Hi, today we are gonna see the new topic that is going on process is record and tuple. So let's get started. Yeah. So what are the things to know before knowing about the concept of record and tuples? I'm assuming that the audience who are going to see this are aware of the topics of objects and arrays of JavaScript. Okay. So even we are going to cover some small overview of these things. Number one, types of JavaScript, objects and arrays. The third is immutable and mutable term. So let's move forward. There are two types of JavaScript data types, primitive and non-primitive. Primitive data types doesn't have any properties and methods, whereas non-primitive data types like object and array has properties and method. So we are not going to deep dive into the data types part because our main objective here is record and tuple, which is directly related to non-primitive data types. All right. So moving forward, we have object and array. What is an object? Object in JavaScript is an entity which have some properties and method. Okay, we can also say that everything in JavaScript is an object. So as I said earlier, the audience should be aware of these things. So how we define the object? We have to declare the object type. We can use var also or const over here. I have used let data types. So let obj equals to, I have given name, that is called as properties. Bruce is the value of the property, age again is a property, 22 is the value of the age property. Fine. So this is the syntax of declaring object in JavaScript. Now how to declare an array? We use square brackets to define an array. All right, so till this slide what we have seen how to declare object and array. Our main motive is to understand the topic of record and tuple. All right, so before deep diving into record and tuple, we have to understand some scenario. Like number one, as I have created three scenarios. See, the first one says that I have declared two variables, that is variable a and variable b has been assigned the value of a. Okay, if I am going to compare it with the special operator, what it will return? It will return the values to true. The main thing we have to note it down over here is that we have assigned only value of a to variable b. Fine. The next part says that in the same way we are trying to assign the object. All right, so here what we have done, we have created an object obj1 and given some properties and value. As you can see, a has one value, b has two. In the next line over here, this particular section, what I have done, I have assigned the whole obj1 part to the new object, that is obj. And if I'm gonna compare it with the special operator, it will return the value true. But the difference here and the previous one, the previous scenario, is that object refers to the same address, not to the value. Okay, so you just keep in mind about this particular part. Extending this part, we can also see another scenario. How? See, I have created object 1 given value a1 b2. I have created another object but with the same value. So it won't return true because here both objects are having or referring to different address. All right, so I guess we have understood all these scenarios because these are have to be kept in mind for further slide or for further working of our topic. All right, moving forward. Now here the main concept of introducing the term record and tuple is mutable and immutable. So let's understand what is the term stands for. Mutable means which can be changed. Immutable means which cannot be changed. So I have written some example over here, like you can change the value of a variable, you can change the value of object and array, even you can change the value of a constant variable by using object properties. I hope the audience is aware of the concept of object. Again, I am repeating this. So till now we have seen about data types, we have seen about a declaration part of object and arrays. Fine. Now the problem is, as I have seen in this slide, as you can see, I can change the value of object, I can change the value of array, I can change the value of variable. So it means these all are what? These all are mutable. But what if I want a particular part of our data section, a particular part of a variable to be immutable, or the term that has been introduced in the market is deeply immutable. It means, or it says that one cannot change the value. Okay, so how to fix this? How to fix the value of object? So for this, you can use a function that is already given in the JavaScript part, that is called as freeze function. Okay, so let's understand this scenario what I have created over here. As you can see, I have created an object that is obj, given a value a to 1, b and 2. Fine. In the next section of line, what I have done, I have just given a statement which prints the value of a. So what it will give, this particular part will print the value of a, that is 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze this whole particular object. So I have to just pass the object in this function as I have written here. Now if I'm going to change it like this, if I write obj dot a equals to 20, so this line won't work because I have freeze this particular part of object, frozen this part of the object. Again, if you're trying to print the value of a, it will print value 1, not 20. Okay, so I guess that looks fine for us. But the issue is, the problem over here is that if I again declare an object, like I have written over here, I have declared object z assigned two properties and values, that is 17 and 14. Plus, if I write this statement like this, I am going to assign the whole address or whole reference address of this next object z to the or previous of the obj object, and I am going to assign the first property value to the first property value of obj, then this will change the value a 1 to 17. So we can say, even if we are using the freeze function of object, we are not getting the main concept of deeply immutable or even immutable. So the problem still remains. Getting my point? I think you guys are getting my point what I'm gonna say over here in this particular part of coding. So still the concept is that how we can freeze our object value permanently, or rather I should say deeply immutable. So in this case, the key terms that are in stage 2 of development, yet not been introduced, finalized in the market, okay, that is record and tuple. So let's see about a small overview of this. Records are just like objects, tuples are just like arrays. So what we gonna do, if you want to define record and tuple, you just have to keep in mind that how to define an object and array, and just you have to write symbols. There are two ways of declaring record and tuples. I have used one typical representation, that is using hash symbol in front of the curly braces or the scare braces. All right, that's the simple part of declaring it. Now let's see how to append, how to add, or how to further do some operation in this. Okay, yeah, this is another example. Like, what is this? This is an empty object. This particular part is empty array. What is this? As we have seen in the previous slide, I have declared simple an object. Values is having like this: a is having 1, b property is having value 2. And if you are aware of the concept of arrays of object, then this third line is already familiar to you guys. If you are having any property or if you are having any doubt in any particular part of property or concept, then just write in the comment section. I'll make another video of that. Moving forward to the next section. Now, we assume that we have created record and tuple. Okay, how we have created? Simple. Let the variable name and by using the hash symbol. By using the hash symbol, we are assuming that we have created a record. So now what we gonna do, if we want to add a particular field or add a data in our record, then how I can use it? I have to use again the hash symbol, and this spread operator is going to add again a new value, or you can say a new value in this object record, REC. All right. Still, I am assuming that you are aware of this spread operator. If you are not, then just write in the comment section. Next thing, if you want to change a record field, then what you can do? You can write spread operator and write the property name. Okay. What is this? A and X are property. Sometimes it is called as key, and 1 and 5 both are termed as value. All right. So here, if we are going to change a record field, we can write like this. In the same way, till now we have seen about object. Similarly, we can do this to our tuple. How we can do this? We can write in the same manner as we declare array, and we have to just write the hash symbol. All right. And the rest of the part, that is the rest operator, does the same working as we have seen in the object part. All right. So there are further slides like this. We have created a record proposal. Inside it, we have created ID, title, content, and keyword. As you can see, keyword what I have created an object inside this. I have created an array inside this object. Okay. So if I'm gonna print a value, what I can do is in console part, or you can just write in the website by writing in the document.write part like this. Console.log proposal.title. So what it will print? It will print this record and tuple proposal value, as I have commented over here. Next line, console.log proposal dot keyword, and then the indexing part. That is, since keyword is what? Keyword is an array. So indexing starts from 0. I have written 1. It will print the value TC39. All right. In case of tuple also, we can do the same. Fine. Console.log measure is the name of the array, and you have to simple just mention the indexing of the tuple. Okay. So let's see in the runtime environment. I'm going to show you my VS Code, what I have written over here. Yeah. Okay, that's the same code that I have mentioned in our slide. Obj is an object and given a value 1, b 2, and I have tried to freeze the object by this particular part, right? But this whole section doesn't work. So let's see in browser. Let me just zoom it for you guys. Here, as you can see, first it prints the value 1, then it goes to the line, prints the value of again a1. Why? Because we had tried to assign the value of a to a different value after freezing the object. Okay, but after some time, what we have done, we have created another object and assigned the value, so the value got changed. So we can say that freeze function is not deeply immutable. All right, I guess you understood this topic. If you have further query, if you want another topics to be created, just write in the comment box. Okay guys, that's it for this session. Good day.